Hello, everyone. Welcome to this live stream. Today, I am so proud to be on this live stream from Inverte's team to announce such an amazing product that we've been working for Flutter and Dart developer. So, my name is Majid, and I am head of DevRel at Inverte's, and I'm proud to announce Zapp, which we have built for you to build any Flutter application in your browser. So I want to share my screen and go through some of the features that we shipped so far and invite you to join our early access program for Zapp. We had a pre announcement on Twitter a few days ago before this live stream, and we received over 500 people in the list right now. It's such an honor to have you all on the list where you want to try Zap and give us feedback. Let's make this product as best as possible for all of us, all Flutter developers and Flutter community to build amazing apps in browsers. So first thing first is you can get an access to our early access if you go to our website, and the website will be zapp.run. So I will share the rest of the information, like this information that I'm providing right now, in our social media. We also have published just a few minutes ago an article. If you go to our website, inverters.io, and check out our blog, the latest right now would be announcing Zap, where we are explaining most of the things. And also, you're going to get an access to links for early access, for the websites, and rest of the stuff. I will also share that on social media later and on Twitter, maybe on YouTube, maybe right now, if you are keen to take a look at the blog. All right. So let's say now you get an early access. The first thing would happen is that you would just go to the website and open the early access. Usually, it will take you to a page which I'm gonna actually quickly show you on here, where it says you need to log in. Perhaps this is for just beta tester, and you need to just let's see. I'm gonna just show this page. Yeah, where when you click on early access, it's just go to our closed beta page, and you will need to sign in with your GitHub account, and we will give you access as soon as possible. After that, where you get your email and you're invited to our early access adopters, let's say, and so you're gonna give it a try. You come back to the website, and this time, when you actually click, then it goes to the Flutter clones app, the initial project that we set up for you, and this is going to look like. So if you are a VS Code user, you perhaps feel like home. It's somehow very familiar to what you are doing in your daily basis with your VS Code editor. And if you are using other editors, you're still feeling home because it's not that difficult because you're going to get intelligence from this editor. You're gonna get most of the handy things that you need to build a Flutter application in the editor. As an example, let's say one of the things that you developers or me personally use a lot when I code is just a step in and a step out of some code. For example, let's say if I want to go on this right now, simply I can hold my command. I'm using Mac. If you're using Windows, maybe a control, and then by hover over that, I see like the definition. I can jump in like to the source code. I can actually go further. I can go to the stateless widget and check out the source code here for framework. Another interesting thing is that I want you to pay attention when you get your access is you can create folders and files in your project. Like simply you can come and say, oh, I just want to create all of my providers, let's say here. Okay, nice. And or maybe even a folder. Like you can definitely do that if you want to. Another, or maybe the most important things is, well, let me show you this feature as well because this is also one of my favorites. So usually you don't want to always see the preview. You just want to focus on coding. You can simply toggle that. So and then you can come back to your source code and start like adding your dependencies. You can find any dependencies on pop.dev. There's only as of now there's only one um, let's say criteria that you need to follow is that the package that you're adding needs to support Flutter Web as well. For example, let's say I'm just going to add Flutter Riverpod. So, and well, okay, I'm adding that. Let's say I'm going to just get the latest version. And there is a pop get right now button. And also you can, later we have this plan to add like adding shortcuts and like keyboards and, stuff like that, keyboard mapping. So you can actually press and then get the dependency right away. So I can add another one, like maybe HTTP, like for example, here and then add or receive the package and see that now it's receiving. There is like an indicator. Perhaps it's under my. Let me remove my uh, picture for a second. I will hit the public and where it's my video right now. Just take a look at that, and you'll see there is a loading. Just pay attention for a second. All right. So now the packages are retrieved and I have it there. So one of the nice thing about Zapp is like it's giving you the IDE feeling that you already are using that. Let's say if you are again using any IDE, perhaps you're familiar with like command palette, right? This is something that you can get. And I actually opened it right now with my keyboard, just a shortcut like Command Shift P, which opens the command palette, and I can even search for some commands and do a bunch of things here. One of the things like is like let's say if I want to format this, like just add this, and I just want to format. You can do it different way with shortcuts or maybe with the command palette. So it just hits everything for you. And at this point, let me add like just provider scope. If I just want to take a look at the provider package, when I just need to add this provider scope, right? Let me just quickly add to my project. This is my project, provider scope. At this point, the IntelliSense, it's even giving me a reference to this file where I can import it automatically. If you really want to like do it yourself, you can also do that. Like you can say package, like import and Riverpod or whatever, and then you can import it from there as well. So it's a nice thing to do. Like I say, IntelliSense is like amazing and it's quite fast, to be honest. So still not really good for formatting. So I'm just gonna format that, looking nice, and I'm just gonna hit save button. Well, I can just say Control S or maybe save, and you can look at that. If this project was not for me, and as soon as I saved, it will automatically fork it with a URL that you can, in fact, share with different people. And then they can come and jump into this project right away. So, like, you can simply copy the entire things and then share it with someone else. And that, person, whoever has this link, can come to this Zapp that you have created. And this is a nice thing. And one of the interesting things also here is that I can actually change the URL, make it a little bit nicer. Let's say this is going to be like a demo for live stream. Just gonna go here in this menu, and I'm just gonna go and open my Flutter project name. Just gonna give it a name like demo Flutter live stream Zapp, something like that. Just hit the save button, and then look at the URL right now. How beautiful it is right now. It's just so clean, very nice. You can just have even some custom, URL. Even the title and the description and everything would change based on what you define. You can also later download this project as a zip file and do a bunch of things with that. So, but now let's make another change here. Let's say, well, for now I can open up my toggle these preview. Well, I'm just gonna go and in my app find Hello World. Just make it like Zap is awesome. So let's just make it a bit better. Just gonna save this project. I'm just gonna run this project right now. And meanwhile, want to show you one more thing here. So I changed this. If I go back to let me just quickly come here. Yeah, and the project is now running. You look at this right now. So let me just copy this and let's say I want to now, well, I'm building everything. So technically I can just do whatever I want here for sure. But let's say I want to also write some tests. Why not? I mean, well, I want to do that. And here's the test. It's going to check if the text hello world, but I changed it to zap.awesome. And I'm just going to toggle this because I don't need it anymore. And then here. So now, okay. So now I can actually look at this right now. This is looking like what you're doing in your editor. You have run test command right on top of your test. You can actually run it right away. So you can run your test. A little toggle will come and look at the console. All test passes. And well, it's also saying something like a notification that you receive says the test is passing. All right, nice. So there are a lot of other things that you can do. Let me jump back to the project, another project. Just let me just open up again the initial project that we had. That's the main one. And then I'm just gonna change something here. Just add one here. I want you to pay attention to this part. Oh, sorry, I just hit the save button. Okay, let me just do that again. I want to pay attention to this part. I just want to change this without saving right now. See that is changing. Want to go to the diff, to the git difference here. So even I can take a look at what I have changed. So I have like a nice overview of my changes. The planning here is that later you can actually have these projects connected to your GitHub. You clone your GitHub project here, and you can even commit, make branch, and commit right from the browser. So these are all already on the roadmap. So what if I want to just search something? Let's go back to this project again, the previous one. I'm just going to search for like Zapp. And you look at this, the search is just like immediate. You can receive your result and you can just go to wherever you want to go, jump into, your source code. All right. So of course, there are a lot more that we're going to provide to Zapp, and we have a roadmap, a public board where usually, let me show you the public board here, and this is going to be like complete soon with a lot of backlog and those that we planned. We would like you again to take a look at our blog. All the links are here, and I already posted to the live stream chat. And take a look at these issues. For example, embedding a Zapp. Like one of the good thing about Zapp is you can build your entire project here, and you can have this Zapp embedded to your documentation. Like if you are now a Flutter author of like any package or maintainer of any package, this is a gold opportunity right now, let's say, because you can just come here, add your package, build it, and then add it to your documentation, and everyone can right away see what you've built. And I have an example here. I actually cloned um, flex color scheme. Mike Rydestone, if you are watching me right now, hello, Mike. So this is the project that he has, and I cloned the examples in Zapp. In fact, now, well, Mike can come to this project and change this project and keep it up to date. And always, everyone, when they come to the documentation, they can take a look at, the things that he has done. So this is a nice example. Another use case, maybe for Zapp, if you are thinking, is creating like rapid prototyping. For those who are following Invertase, you may have heard that we ran internship program for Flutter, and we already have 7 people inside in the program. One of our interns was keen to build, a few things to learn more about Flutter. And one thing that she could do was building such a things. You see that it's a great things to learn about different packages, to learn about Flutter without even setting up anything, any environment. You can right away get a feeling. For you, if you're a teacher, this is an amazing time. So you can actually build everything, prepare your workshop, send a link like this URL to your students, and they can take a look and start doing something for you. And a lot more that you can definitely do with Zapp. But now, I want you, when you get an access to Zapp, when you start working with that, be kind to us and click on this feedback button where it takes you to our repository. First of all, don't forget to give us a star. And secondly, just open an issue or find an issue that you're looking for. Like, not necessarily, these are not an issue, these are also a feature. We're trying to keep everything as transparent as possible on this repository, so then everyone see that what we are trying to build. And if you like one of these features, let's say I like enable control S. Okay, I actually really want this. Like, okay, I just come back here and I just give it a thumbs up. Okay, let's please do that, right? What we are trying to do is we're trying to now, and one of the reasons that we open up the early access is we're trying to make sure we're prioritizing. We have the base right now. We're trying to prioritize what is very important for the community, for you. So if you are coming back, giving us a feedback, giving us some thoughts, so this is gonna be amazing. So we're gonna prioritize those features that you are going to, in fact, prioritize for us. Okay. That is the feedback part. And I also talked about the board. And I think now I already spoke about 20 minutes. I showed you in the live stream how we can build like this application. I want you to send me, if you have any question. I checked the questions and the comments. I don't see any question yet, but if you have any question, if you have any concerns, well, first of all, you can reach me out. So let me remove this right now. Okay. What you can do, you can follow our Twitter, Invertase.io, or of course, if you are a fan of Zapp right now, follow Zapp underline run. And you can also reach me out on Twitter, and I will always be happy to answer your question. And with that, so I think now the last thing I want to mention is we're trying to make the Zapp publicly available, hopefully by Flutter Vikings. So please go ahead, build your amazing stuff, ping us on Twitter, let us know what you have built with Zapp. Keep your URL and share it with us because we're trying to create like a template or a gallery of amazing, apps. So then we will add that to those, list as well. And with that said, I think if there is no more question, I think I can finish up. Yes, I can finish it up, and hopefully you will receive your email soon with an onboarding or welcome message from me. And as soon as you receive that, that means you have access to Zapp and you can come and start building your application. All right. That's it. I I think we're right on time. I planned it for 25 minutes and we're already 23 minutes, so that means we can wrap it up. Thank you very much, everyone. Reach out to us. Happy coding with Zap.